Hello, 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 and welcome back to the StrawHatLucas YouTube channel. It is me, StrawHatLucas. Yes, that man, that guy, that dude. We are here to somewhat play some One Piece D&D. We had a member not able to show up, and we don't really like to skip a session. So we're going to do a little bit of fun, do a little bit of a filler arc, some really good roleplay stuff. Maybe do some canon stuff too. It just kind of depends. But yeah, I'm going to pass it over to our wonderful DM, Mikey, to explain a little bit more and take us there.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Thank you for joining us once again for another, I guess half session is appropriate, of the Sakura Pirates adventures across the South Blue. Unfortunately, we are short our dear beloved SSJ Cody at the moment, our Arthur D. Morgan, and we pretty transparently have a big boss fight right in front of us. Excuse me. So we do not want to miss having Arthur's presence for that altercation. Do have a little bit of a contingency that lined up well today. We are still gonna, obviously join together. Got a little filler story arc for the bulk of today's session that I'm mostly cooking up on the fly, but I think it'll work. I'm kind of excited to see what we're going to do. It'll be more of a bare bones, as much for you guys to know as much as my party members. So probably not going to rely too much on like character sheets and stuff. Just roll flat 1d20s and, kind of go from there just to simplify it a little. Do have also some canon material I think we could fit in just to keep that story moving along as well. Will not be anything that will be too impacted by Arthur's absence and will line us up good for can move forward on that battle. Also have a little bit of a game time we can run that'll recap a little bit of all of our campaign thus far, but I think I'm actually going to start off on plan A with our cover story here today. Today's edition is called, excuse me, accidentally closed the page. Today's edition is called The Leader's Song. His voice sang as the fire calmed down around them. Some of the newly marked sweat cold despite the great heat emanating from the center of camp. The prodigy should not have taken it so lightly, he chanted to his band of riders, all more than loyal to him, more than loyal to the true captain, the Lightened One. His road will be harder, but of course, he will carry us on his back into the rest of the entire world, into the future. The youngest among us. The youngest among us, everyone chanted back. Leader noticed the witness hesitate, he who was left unmarked, the one previously known as Iwi Otik. The flames made phantoms upon his face through the crags of unsteadiness he wore outwardly. The other's reactions were less concerning. A new world, he thought to himself with pride. I cannot wait to present ourselves to you, O Lightened One of yore. We cannot forget the friends that fell before us, Leader called out, lifting his arms high overhead, ignoring the lancing pain as his own mark opened up and blood trailed down his back like a hot snake. The Baba Zanetti, ever loyal, ever fierce. Clunk and Starbuck, two of our fastest riders. Our future's lady love tumbled apart in the water. And let me not forget our family of night. The Night Rider, his lady, and his devil's spawn. We will ride the waves in praise of Leadbelly and claim his riches for him as the Night Riders. The Night Riders, the band cried in unison, while Johnny the boy, the prodigy, lay face down in the dirt, with blood pooling all around him. Alrighty. We should all be on the recap time page, our little mini game screen. If y'all want to drop your tokens out there, pretty much anywhere on that line for the moment should be fine. These are going to be I'll go over the rules from last time for us. I'm probably not going to do all of the questions that I had lined up for this because I had a whole, campaign spanning thing planned out for this. But we'll do a few things just to go over some old details from earlier on in the campaign. No grand prize for this, guys, but for every question you get right, you're going to get a bonus 10 experience. Nothing too crazy, but hey, it could add up.
Let's go.
Let me draw out the old token. Also, I have a cult apparently forming. Guys, we got a cult. That's going to be our grand fleet. You know what? No.
I was
this
definitely going to say, whenever Mikey said he was laying in a pool of his own blood, I was going to say, look how they massacred our boy.
We're going to use little Leadbelly for this one, just for extra trauma.
Hey. All right. If we are all here and ready, my first question for you guys today is going back all the way to the beginning. What was the name of the very first ship most of you began your story on?
Oh, shit.
Good thing it's multiple choice.
Yeah.
This one is a call out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no.
You guys can buzz it in if you remember or have any guesses. No limit to your guesses, but
Wasn't the captain at that point Turner?
No. Turner was not the captain. Turner was the first mate. It was Captain.
First mate.
What the fuck was the captain's name? He was dumb.
He was scaredy cat.
He was, yeah. He was,
his name was Captain Newbin Miles.
Newbin Miles, that's what it was. And
the ship's name, the 1,000 Miles.
That's a really good guess. It is not the correct answer, but I like that.
No Vanessa Carlton mode.
It's per hour. The ship was per hour. Miles per hour.
Any
Josh?
other guesses?
Yeah.
What was the name of the captain?
Miles.
Captain Newbin Miles.
The flying
What's the name of
Miles.
the ship?
Yes.
Yeah, the name
that
of the
very
ship.
first ship that got dashed in the storm.
Milestone.
Those were some really good guesses. I like those names a lot. Anyone else want to take a second stab, or should I reveal
Nah.
the answer to this?
Roll that to me.
Broken Ship 1.
The very first ship that began our story, the very first pirate crew that Leadbelly was a part of, sailed upon the High Archibald.
That's what it was. The High Archibald.
All right. Question 2. Who was the first person that the party met on the island of Panangea?
Do we have to remember their name? It
This
was
is
the
another
guy that
call-out.
ran. It was the dude that was
Yeah,
running. What was his name?
Was it Bob?
It was Bob something.
What was that, Josh?
Was it Bob?
It was Bob. That was one name. If anybody can give the full name, I'll give it to them. If not, I think Josh has it.
Yeah,
though.
Josh had it.
I'll give it on that one.
It was oh my god. Was it Bob Floss? Why do I feel like it was something on Bob Ross? Was it a play on Bob Ross, or am I crazy?
Not quite. It was not a
Wait.
play on Bob Ross.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't it the
Okay.
old town mayor, the brother of Mayor
No.
Belvedere?
No. It was a running guy named Bob. And then we followed him back to that town to meet Mayor
Yeah.
Vegeta.
Yeah, but I thought I remember there was a hidden plot line that y'all never explored, that the previous mayor was this dude's brother who just up and left the town for no reason. Or was it because of pirates?
I can't remember. I think yeah, Josh has got it.
Run it with Josh. Okay, Josh. Bob is correct. The full name was Bob Jones.
Bob
Good memory
Jones.
to everybody. Good memory to everybody on the fact that he was a runner. I'm going to offer a bonus question to follow up on that. What was Bob Jones training for?
A
This is
decathlon?
really
Oh.
digging deep, so I'll even offer a double reward. This one will be worth 20 experience points if you can get it.
To be the best runner that the sea has ever seen.
To be the king of the runners.
No. It was a specific race. Or like
Sorry, what was the question?
This is a bonus question off of the answer of Bob Jones, the runner. What was he training for? What tournament was he training
the
for?
South Blue Triathlon.
That's pretty close. It's not quite there.
Yeah, see, I know. I'm. It's on the tip of my
It's the
tongue.
Roshuan Triathlon.
This one was digging really deep. If anyone wants to take another stab, go for it. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and reveal that in a second, though. No worries on this one. I was mostly just curious if anyone held on to that.
Open that door.
The Roshuan Olympia. No, I have no idea.
The South Blue Olympics.
Very close. The official title is... Oh, what was it? What was that?
He was training for a race called the Amazing Race.
Yeah, there was a new ocular Den program coming out, and he was going to even though the high seas. I don't even know. The tournament that Bob Jones was training for, though, was the Four Seas Athletics. The Four Seas Athletics. Good
See,
effort.
I knew that it was like either one of the seas or it was the four seas. So, I was close, but no cigar.
Okay, we'll bring it back in a little closer to home. I think this one is a little bit more of a fair one. What was the role that Spenny had on board the Flowing River? Back when he was with the Rivers Pirates.
He was their master at arms, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was he their doctor?
That would explain why they were all sick, but no, he wasn't.
'Cause I was like, that would be the funniest position, because it's like the episode of Family Guy where they're like, yeah, I'm a doctor. Okay, well, let's hope you get it on the wheel. And then it's someone that has no doctor experience, Spinny, gets the doctor position.
Yeah, you know what? We'll halfway canonize that and say that he was filling in for that role despite having no medical knowledge, and that's why they just had perpetual colds on board that ship. I like that. It is not the answer. Does anybody else have a guess for the official answer?
The cruise traitor.
He was their frontline combatant.
He was a deckhand.
Ooh. Coming in from Abyss. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you on that one, because that was, yes, he was specifically the same role that Abyss is on board the Sakura Pirates. He was the Rivers Pirates' chief deckhand.
Fair enough.
Of course, the deckhand knows the other deckhand.
Oh, plus 10.
I think it's the first one that one of us got right. No.
No, I got right.
No.
Josh got Bob
got
Jones.
Bob.
Well, he got Bob, but still counts. Still counts. I'm not trying to be too strict on this game. I know it's been a while for a lot of these events.
Dun, 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 dun.
Question 4. Where were the majority of Revan's bounty hunters from?
Roshwan.
The Grand Line.
I suppose I should have
Revan's
clarified
bounty
it.
hunters?
Does not have to be that specific.
The South Blue.
Very good. Another 10 for Ragnar as Abyss. Very good. Yeah, most of them except for Tayo Kanes, who came from the Grand Line. I think only some of you came to find out. I think it was just Leadbelly and Kiryu, actually. Correct me if I'm mistaken. But he was the odd one out from
Yeah, he
the
was from
other
Fishman
bounty
Island.
hunters.
I told him we'd meet there.
I thought Abyss was in Leadbelly's shadow whenever they had that conversation. With
I think he
Tyre
was, because wasn't...
I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
The mark.
And yeah, that's when
Absolutely
I got
right.
branded as well. Abyss was in my shadow when I got branded. Me and Kiryu got branded.
Good
Let me correct
memory.
myself. Yeah, great memory. I just like to picture that moment in canon, and like me and Kiryu are taking turns branding ourselves to show our loyalty to each other. And in the background, it's like, wouldn't it be nice if we were older? And like flesh is burning.
You went that route. I was thinking Abyss is just sitting there. He's not even a year old at this point. He's just like, is this what y'all are doing for fun? Like, y'all
be
are
like,
crazy.
This is
No,
what
I'd be
you're
like,
doing for
East
fun.
was right. Humans are weird.
All right, we're going to move into our multiple choice segment of the little campaign recap.
I have a chance.
This question is about your beloved crew member, gone missing, but still definitely a part of the crew in your hearts, it seems like. Iron Mitch Johnson, the wrestler with the WWE that is spreading worldwide. What wrestling league was Iron Mitch previously a part of? Was it A, the Walking Titans? Was it B, Bridge Gap to Fist? Was it C, Blood Roots? Or was it D, Fisticuffs?
Ragnar
All
said
right,
B.
we've got, one for B, one for D, and 2 correct answers for C. Blood Roots was the wrestling league that Iron Mitch belonged to. There, before he did his first official ring battle as a Sakura pirate against Pikmin, we saw the flashback of his ousting from Blood Roots at the hands of a very big, strong wrestler by the name of Gideon, aka the Werewolf.
I remember this now. And I told him to rip that guy's head off.
All right, next question. Speaking of Pikmin, aka the Rabid Goat, aka there were a few other nicknames that I think specifically Arthur tossed out, a few too many to list. A man who could not get his name out there properly as a wrestler. This question is about his assistant. What was the name of the sheep person who was sort of the big MC of the Stony Hall? Was it A, Sheeparella? Was it B, Princess Selena? Was it C, Maui? Or was it D, Mountain Crier?
I think we're waiting on Ragnar's answer.
Oh, I thought we were going to say, okay, go on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Pokemon by the toe. Yeah, this one.
C.
Gotcha. That is 1 for C and 3 correct answers for D. Mountain Crier was the name of that character who was. Oh, my bad. Yeah, if anything ever cuts up. I gotcha. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, if y'all need me to repeat, sorry, I missed it. If you said you hadn't heard it before.
No, it was fine.
Happy to repeat at any point, though. It was Mountain Crier, though.
Remember, she screamed a lot. It was like she thought we were going to rip the guy's head off or something.
We were.
Yeah, we were, of course. Yeah,
We did.
yeah, we did. Like, but nonetheless. Did you get his head, by the way, Abyss? Did you get his skull?
Mountain Crier? I don't know. I don't think so.
No,
I have
not
Raven and
Mountain Crier, she's decomposing on the mountainside, intact
Yeah,
but very beaten up right now. Did you know you have Revens, you have Killians, and you have Baileys? You did not take Pikmins.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
shit,
at
you
least
got
are not
Baileys?
wearing it. Yeah, he's carrying it around that big skull alongside 2 more normal-sized human
I
skulls.
can't
Every
wait.
time I get a new skull, I don't know if Mikey's been checking, but every time I get a new skull, I make up a brand new, completely improvised attack for that skull.
I love it. I have noticed, and I love that. I'm just letting you roll with that. They're super fun. You're gonna have a full belt by the end of this campaign, but your stealth rolls might plummet slightly at times because you'll just be rattling around all over the place.
Rattle them
That's
bones,
gonna be
Abyss.
cool though.
Yeah.
Like imagine people start hearing bones rattling and immediately like, oh no, it's the abyss.
Yeah, dude. Yes. I love the concept.
Yeah,
We got to get you more skulls before we hit the grand line. Then we were talking about.
Hey, don't worry.
What was it? Epithets on the SBS and rattling abyss. Like.
Oh my god, get this man in Senate.
Yeah, he.
I'm a joke.
Alrighty. Excuse me. Question 7. Who was the very first person from Mr. Mantang's that the crew met? Was it A, Mr. Mantang himself? Was it B, Barnum the Ticket Master? Was it C, Moon Kief? Or was it D, Kima Henderson?
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the answers one more time?
Yes, A was Mr. Mantang. B, Mr. Henderson. Whoa. Sorry, my pen just broke in my hand. Shit. C was Moon Kief, and D was Kima Henderson.
Wait, what was the question? Sorry, read that. I'm switching earpieces.
Who was the very first person from Mr. Mantang's that the party met? Was it A, Mr. Mantang? Alrighty.
Yes, I'm gonna stay D as well.
What did
So
you
what was the
say?
option B?
The answers for that were A, Mr. Mantang, B, Mr. Henderson, C, Moon Kief, and then D, Kima Henderson. All right, that's a full round of correct answers there on D. In a way, you could say it was mystical, but at that point
on
he
the
had been
mountaintop.
exactly. He had technically been enslaved by Pikmin and his bandits at that point. And as soon as he laid eyes on Leadbelly, his heart and loyalty to him returned. So on a technicality, I would say it was actually Kima Henderson there at the base of the mountain.
Yes, yes, yes. Like what? Next level now? I'm gonna start in hockey.
I'm not sure if anyone is going to level up off this one, but
Yeah, I only need like 400 more questions, then I'll probably be there soon.
Yeah, exactly. I get hurt. Brought to you by Snoogie Spooges. Taste the sploogy flavor with every bite.
Spoogie what?
What? I
But
have no
we
idea.
get up again. And then Lucas
Sorry, my
says
pen
something.
exploded, y'all. Wipe that up. Question 8. Take it back, rewind, maybe fast forward ever so slightly. When you all first arrived on the Roshuan Kingdom, what was your first stop?
The tower.
This is another
I mean-
call out.
Not the tower, but the tower with the tower.
Yeah,
The bar?
Old Beach Haven.
Very
I
good.
wonder if there
Lucas
was
with the
fish,
dub.
pretty much. Yo,
Yeah, Lucas with that dub there. Old Beach Haven was the little town that y'all first sailed
Look at that
to
stone,
on
man.
Roshuan. Gonna piggyback off that one for another bonus question. This one I'm gonna toss out for actually I'm gonna make it triple. We're gonna make this a nice fat 30 experience bonus points. Technically only one character would know this, but let's answer above table. What was or rather let me word this, who was the reported attacker upon Old Beach Tower? Many, many, many years in the past now, since this historic defense tower is not in use anymore. Who was the last recorded attacker upon it?
Liv Neal.
It was not the Leadbelly Kingdom. No.
Oh,
is it a person or like a country? Doesn't-
It's an island.
Pirate dude.
The answer, it's not quite either, but it is certainly not a country. I'll put it that way to help cut out some options.
Which player is the player that in story has the answer to this?
Josh.
Only Kiryu found this information out.
And I
But
forgot.
if anyone remembers, it's open above table.
The Revolutionaries is my answer. I have no other answer.
Anyone else want to toss out a guess on this one?
Right.
That would have been interesting.
All right. In that case, the answer, I would have also taken another answer, but one of two, either being there's a man marked as Elijah in the notes. There was also note of Turner, a Turner attacking Old Beach Tower, flanked by a fleet of many sea dogs. But of course, that's going back many decades.
Damn.
Damn it, Josh.
Yeah, Josh should have got that.
Can you repeat the question?
He said, "Could you repeat the question?"
Yeah, let's roll it back real quick.
Really?
All right, we're going to switch to a little bit of true-false cover story recaps here, just to round out this fun little recap game. Next question is referring to the first cover story, which I did delete off the Discord for some formatting reasons. I wanted to re-upload it at a future point in a better format. But it is still canon. True or false? Turner, on his flee through Port Gorko, did battle with the Captain Crookshanks. True or false?
Do I say it or do I put my thing in?
You can say it since your
False.
token isn't out, or you can just move your token over to the side.
I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm locking my answer in as false.
Am I talking there?
Yeah, I see it down.
Oh no, the back.
Kiryu, what say you?
Fuck, I'm gonna go see. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go first.
Y'all are still trying to listen to the questions. Listen to your ancestors give you the answer. It's called feeling.
You must perceive these answers through time. That is true. The correct answer was false.
It's a different
Let's
captain
go.
with a C name. I can't remember what it is. I will say this. I only know this because about an hour and a half before stream, Mikey deleted it from the chat. And I was like, what did Mikey delete in group 14? And I went and read it.
Oh, so you cheated.
No, this was before stream. I didn't know
You
we were
knew
doing
this
this
was
today.
happening.
I
Yeah.
didn't know this was happening
Yeah,
today.
we don't have access to the logs and bots channel.
You could have read it while it was in group 14.
Shit,
I wouldn't have
this is
put
a
a group
fatal
14
flaw.
there.
The fatal flaw to the whole operation.
Yeah.
The correct answer was false, and the correct name of the captain that Turner did battle with was Captain Takeru Sasaki, also nicknamed the Gold of Navy Base 199. He is actually, perhaps, maybe not now, but last reported pursuing Turner across the South Blue, Turner having commandeered a merchant vessel from the Port Gorko docks. All right, another true or false question for us. This one referring to the second cover story, which is also one that I deleted for reformatting, but no less relevant. What, or rather, excuse me, true or false, the kingdom that Noko and the band of gunslingers ran from was the Samba kingdom? True or false?
I don't need to move.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, sure.
Very good. That's another all correct on, yes, that answer is true. They fled from the Samba kingdom, pursued by, revealed last session, actually, from Sean. They were pursued by a slew of different organizations, not only the Samba National Guard, but also the Marines and even some Pinkertons chased them from Samba. Good one, guys.
Watch this. You can do another true or false one, Mikey. I'm not even going to hear the question. I'm going to deafen up. You guys can at me when the question is asked.
Alrighty, I'll hold you to that. We're going to move on to our final question of today's recap game, delving into the third cover story of the series. It still feels just recently completed, but that was a long one, so it still feels a little relevant in my mind. True or false? Oermeo is dead and gone.
Can you repeat the last part?
Wait, how did? Okay, I was about to say, how did he know you finished the question? He's still deafened, but as soon as you finished it, he moved it to the right side and then moved it back to the left.
You asked the question already? Have you guys asked the question yet?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
waiting on we're waiting on your answer.
Oh, yeah, I was okay.
Can you repeat the question, though?
Yes, Ragnar, deafen up. I got to repeat the question.
He did.
The,
He did.
the question is, true or false? Oermeo is dead and gone.
So I think above table, we know more about this than we do
Yeah.
on table.
Now this is the One Piece world. No one really dies.
Fair.
This one I can undeafen now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what was the question?
The question was, true or false? Oermeo is dead and gone. The correct answer is false for another crew or party roundout, rather. Everybody got that last question right. I'll add up just how many experience points you got here, but yes, that is false. Oermeo is alive and well. Like you guys said, not maybe to your character's knowledge, but the cover stories did reveal that Oermeo was kind of whisked away with Bill and Captain Lyfoon and all those folks from underneath Port Gorko. All right, y'all. I think that's a good point to pull us into our fun time for the day. This is all going to be off the cuff, so apologies in advance if anything is super shaky or weird. I'm gonna pull us back to an alternate way that things could have played out in a little adventure that kind of started everything out for us.
Oh, is this going to be like, Mikey's Men? What if?
Yeah, this is like a what if. This is a certified Marvel what if type scenario. I'm gonna pull us back here to this overmap. Over here, seeing some nice original sites back when the party was just getting formed, at certain points even before the Sakura pirates were a thing. Today we zoom back in on the little fishing village of Ryomachi. Things have come to a bit of a head. We're not really gonna explain away too much, but Moon Kief is here with the party as well in this alternate take on things. Arthur Morgan, will say, is sleeping off some bad oysters that have really been running amok in his guts, unfortunately.
Oh, my stomach!
And
Fuck my stomach! Oh, God! Oh, fuck my stomach! Oh.
seasickness has overtaken him. He is unable to
I got
sail
the sea
on.
shits!
For anyone
The
that
Sakura
doesn't know,
pirates.
oysters are out of season if the month doesn't have an R in it.
Ooh, is that true? I think I have heard that before, actually.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yep.
That's kind of weird, but okay. Yeah. Well, no, we're in April though. Does that count?
Nah, it's
Or is it
it's
like
the
a
last
burr?
one. It's the last one that counts. Because March,
Gotcha.
April, May, June, July, August.
Nice. Yeah, the oysters have gone bad. Maybe he accidentally got a few barnacles in there too. Who knows? I don't know. But Arthur is unfortunately back in the sleeping quarters on deck. We'll say that Iron Mitch and Glory are there taking care of him as well. Well, you guys have been enjoying the hospitality of Ryomachi. You guys spent the night here last night. You've got some breakfast in your bellies now as the day wears on. A pirate ship comes up and all the fishermen flood in from the sea where they've been fishing the morning away in a panic. Of course, you see your old friend Carver, who you don't know in this alternate take, but there's a nice sense of familiarity about him as he leaps from his boat, cups his hands around his mouth and cries out, "Pirates are coming! It's the river's pirates coming to pillage us, everybody! Lock your doors, get inside!"
No.
And as the river's pirates, in what is a strangely similar ship to the one you guys are sailing in right now, but doesn't seem to register to too many folks here, the similarity, including the river's pirates themselves. You see this flood of rather unimpressive looking men hop off of the ship, flanked by one pretty domineering fellow, very muscular. They're kind of creeping up past the heights of most of your party. They line up behind one of the skinniest looking members of the crew, who is dwarfed by his captain's coat. He crosses his arms, and the sneering, snivelly Captain Rivers says, well, look at the Jolly Roger fly upon this little fishing village. Here I was, coming to pillage the place. But maybe and looks at you all, wherever you might be upon your deck or on the wharf or in town. Might be we have time for a little game. What say you? Who's your captain? Accept my challenge.
I'm your captain. Wait, I'm their captain. Is that what you want?
Indeed. Tell me, friend, you fly the Jolly Roger. Do you know the tales of Davy Jones and his locker?
Nope.
Well. He is the fearsome pirate that dwells upon the sea, hoarding all the treasure that sinks, and sucking up lost souls, travelers aboard pirate ships, whose fate met them with misfortune. But what most people don't know, or have simply chosen to forget, is that the good Davy Jones loved a game. Tell me, of course you're pirates, but have you heard of the Davy back?
Who's back? I mean, he's like cleaning his ears. He's like, what?
The River's pirates all kind of burst into a chorus of laughter, sort of led by the like 2 foot tall looking guy who he holds a triangle in hand, and with his other hand with the little metal stick, he's twirling it around in there as he laughs. So the chorus has like this weird tinniness to it.
That's a weird laugh. I don't like that.
Suddenly, from their ship comes a last figure, an 11th member of the crew. Kiryu, go ahead. Like I said, we're not going to do it off of like our sheets. We're just going to do basic D20s and stuff. Really basic dice checks and today. Go ahead and roll me out a D20 perception check, Kiryu.
All right.
I think I know where this is going. Oof.
Oh yeah, an 11 does it. You spot this character come up out of the under cabin or the helm deck door. And he scratches the back of his neck with. You were shocked, of all places, here in an entirely different sea than the one you last saw your brother in. Is
Oh,
none
God.
other than Kiryu.
Oh shit.
He gives a big yawn. He has not taken notice of you yet, but he's kind of soaking in his surroundings, looking around at Ryomachi, taking a stretch.
What are you doing here?
He looks over to you, still a little groggy. He's rubbing the sleep from his eyes, and he says, "I'm gonna still be nightmaring."
Of course you do.
He's gonna hop off the ship and walk along the dock as he wakes up, and you see like confusion enter his face. He walks up your gangplank toward you, Kiryu, and just starts like leaning in. He squints. He's staring you up and down, and then he gives you a little pinch on the cheek with his prosthetic hand. It definitely hurts a little bit as he pinches you. Are you real?
Yeah, as clear as it gets.
Aren't you supposed to pinch yourself if you're dreaming?
I think he got confused on that.
Kiryu's eyes get a little wide as he takes notice of you, Kief. And he goes, "Whoa, little guy down there, I almost didn't see you." He looks back over his shoulder at his own crew and he goes, "You almost make my first mate look tall."
Well, yeah, I make a lot of people look tall. You know, it's not hard to be taller than a Tontata.
Tontata. Interesting. I've never met one of your kind before, but I have heard the folk tales of the dwarves. Very curious that you exist. He starts kneeling down, scratching his chin. He's looking you once over. He goes, "Tell me, are your people known as delicacies?"
I think that's borders on cannibalism.
"Oh, no, not for me." And he takes off his arm and he tosses it up in the air. And it transforms and lands on its feet as Seed, the direwolf devil fruit, takes form there. Still with that kind of prosthetic, the poly. I kind of don't want to say too much because it sort of gets into canon, but that sheen from the schnitzel grade arm there, Kiryu, glistens across his body as he starts to sniff Kief once over. Very equally curious toward you, Kief, as Kiryu just was.
I'm gonna go and pet him.
Well, hey, what's this? You got one of them delicacies here yourself, huh?
Kiryu, real
Wild.
quick, you do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. It was just a wild animal.
Kiryu, you pet Seed on the head, and Seed just sort of cranes his neck back to you, and he shuts his eyes, and he is like smiling, full on smiling at your pet. He leans his head into your hand. But Kief, I'm gonna need, it'll be a D20 animal handling check.
Come on, I'm looking for a nat fail. Nat fail. Close.
Almost there.
Close.
A 2 is honestly not too much better in this case. It does not pass. Seed, after he's gotten his pets in, he takes focus on you again, Kief. And he doesn't like chomp you up, but he full on like opens his mouth and ow, and just like pulls you into his mouth, and just sort of like, he's not chewing you up, but he's resting you on his tongue, sort of, you know, moving those jaws around a little bit.
Don't chew my friend, Sid.
I'm gonna take a page out of our other crewmate's book, and I'm gonna start trying to wrestle the tongue.
Oh my god. Roll me a an athletics or like strength, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, 14, there you go. Kiryu, you do tell Seed to do that, and Seed moves to obey. But as he opens his mouth, you get to see behind those jaws that Kief is like, you can flavor it how you want to, Dill, but he's like latched onto that tongue, like, "Oh, come here, you!" Like just a full, probably like, actually, I'm not sure if that translates to animals, but I've always heard that like the tongue is the most powerful muscle or something. He's wrestling this big tongue that's even bigger than he is.
Trying to German suplex it.
Seed kind of whines a little bit as Kief is holding on tight. He's like actively trying to spit Kief back out onto the deck. Kiryu finally says, "Okay, enough." And he plucks you full off of his direwolf arm's tongue, Kief. And he's just sort of holding you like, kind of like pinching you with between thumb and forefinger from like your head and your butt. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just kind of holding you there. He's examining you. He's like, "Okay, I won't feed you to Seed. Don't worry." He sets you down on the belly boat's banister.
I could have taken him.
Abyss, are you out and about, or are you in somebody's shadow?
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. Shadow. I'm in a shadow. Yes. But yeah, I'm in a shadow.
Okay. In that case, Leadbelly, do you happen to be back? Oh, hey, okay. The next thing that happens though for you guys is Captain Rivers in that big coat. He takes out a coin. This is an old style coin. You guys can run a perception investigation type check on it if you like to see what it's all about, but you can tell pretty readily it's not standard fare berry. He puts it between two fingers. Captain, little friendly game.
I rolled perception.
Cool, yeah. It has, he like points right in your face, kind of. You get a little glimpse of the coin in between his fingers, and you can see that it is stamped with like old Rashwan iconography and titleed. A face on the head side that belongs to King Beer the First. He's got a little etching under his name with his profile facing to the left of the coin. And on the tail is a depiction, a carving of some great castle atop some cliffs, overlooking like an icy, slick-looking tundra.
Damn, I will not remember this in canon, will I?
Yeah, no, this is not a canon story, unfortunately. Feel free to take away what you will above table, though.
Excuse me. I'll play your game. No, above table, that is Rashwan Kingdom, and King Beer the First. That means that's probably the current king of Rashwan. That's probably who our target's gonna be when we ride onto Rashwan. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, yeah. I was like, but yeah, I'll look at Rivers and I'm like, I'll play your game. What's the rules?
His eyes light up like a child's, and he flips the coin and jumps and does like the little heel click and goes, whoopee! I haven't had a good game in quite a little bit. He catches the coin and pockets it. He says, we'll save that for later. It'll be important. But for now, let's go over a couple of the rules. Number one, when I play a Davy back game, there are no rules. Rule number two, please no cheating. That could lead to serious harm in case, you really try to tamper with the opponent's like things, their crafts, their personhood. We're not about that. We're sportsmanlike, okay? So please no cheating, okay? Rule number three, we each get to create a round of games for us to play here on this little island in the middle of nowhere. Rule number four, if you lose a round, the opposing team's captain gets to pick a crewmate of his choice to take onto his side. Ooh, exciting, isn't it? Rule number five. A lot of
rules for no rules.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too, Kief. That was a lot of rules for no rules. Like a lot. That's at least 7 rules.
Well, I've got like 14 more. I mean, it's not like Monopoly, if you will.
Above table, the person that we take with us, do we keep him?
Well, you said above table. Yeah, I mean, it's like a standard Davy back game. I'll take an insight if you guys want to glean some info from this rule sharing segment in game.
Oh yeah, I love to roll dice.
Let's go!
Let's go, brothers!
I don't know if he's lying or not.
We are taking these without bonuses. We're just doing basic D20s, but so that'll make that a 9 for Abyss there. So we've got a nat 1. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll take that. I'll take that 17 instead. Josh, feel free to do yours if you like. Leadbelly and Kief, you both are taking this at face value. If anything, Kief, you're sort of like, I guess we'll just say you're like scribbling down these notes feverishly. You're like intensely worried you're going to forget one of them as, Rivers keeps rattling them off. Abyss, you notice that as Rivers keeps listing off a few rules, some sound legit, these things about the crewmates. He also mentions at the end of the fight, the winning captain could take the flag of the crew, totally strip the opposing crew of their identity, kind of forcing them to start anew. That kind of stuff feels legit, but he's talking about like there are no rules, there's no cheating. He mentions a bylaw clause that says if there is like any sort of interference with lunch, that you guys have to pay the Rivers Pirates a fine.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
take out
that,
this
you know,
shit about
like,
lunch. Leadbelly's like going through it at the same time, like he's explaining. He's like, no.
he just keeps saying weird like rules that are like filled with legalese that can kind of confuse you if you're not fully up to date on the terms. But at a 17, you realize like this guy's trying to play us. Like he's just stacking the odds in his favor.
You're muted, by the way, Ragnar.
Was I muted again? Okay, I was muted
Yeah.
again. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna make a small mouth behind the captain's ear. Captain, you see, Captain makes those small eyes and mouth behind your ears, looking straight in my face in the shadow. Like, hey, this
Yes.
is what's happening right now. So,
All right.
for anybody
Yeah,
that can
Leadbelly, you
actually
get
saw that,
clued
that was
in.
so creepy. Because imagine like Leadbelly's face
faces.
appearing behind like this. Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's so good.
And you just see like under the nape of his neck, you see a shadow pop out. You see another face, and he's like,
And it's not a full face either. It's just eyes and a mouth and like blinking. No, that's so fucking good. I want the like crew can just faintly hear Leadbelly going, oh, it's like he's like,
Keith thinks he's following along with the rule sets.
yeah, like he's, it's natural. It's like, oh,
Yeah, Kief, you're like, oh, okay. I should have realized lunch would have a grand importance in this game at the start, of course.
well, it also feels like you're trying to push the odds in your favor completely. I feel like you're being a little devious the way you're saying these rules.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Not at all, not at all. I'm just trying to create a fair and balanced environment for us to participate in these games, to show you that I truly mean business. Let's go ahead and separate for a moment. You should create a game for the first round. I'll permit it to you. My side is going to create a game for the second round, though. And then for the third, well, you'll see.
How about this? I do the second round. You're hosting anyway. It's my first games. Be easier if you did a game. And like, you know, we got to learn how to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe we lose a crewmate kind of thing. And then I get to choose the round two.
Ooh, he pretty visibly, no checks even needed. He balks at that suggestion, but he puts on a little smile. He goes, no, please. In the fairness of sportsmanship, I, the host, extend to you the chance to create the first game. It's really no problem. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
Okay. If you want to do 2 rounds with broken limbs, that's fine with me. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
He'll balk at that as well. He goes speechless, except for a momentary broken limbs. That's not sportsmanlike. But Kiryu, he will be beckoned by Binky, the little first mate that belongs to River's crew. And their crew kind of huddles up over on the side. They start talking in hushed tones. You can't
Binky,
readily
dude.
hear them from where
Oh,
they're
no.
at.
If he starts playing music, Leadbelly's going to crash the fuck out. Like, sorry, I just had a fucking PTSD moment of Binky.
Yeah, Arthur blew that guy up with bullets,
Yeah,
literally,
literally.
for fair reason. But yeah, they're huddling up, talking about the game that they're going to propose. What game are you guys going to propose? You feel free to
I
talk it
huddle
over a
up with
bit.
my crew and I'm like, guys, any ideas? Because my idea is I challenge him to a one-on-one fight and just beat the shit out of him. And then we like, I don't know, run his pockets.
Abyss, you absolutely can spy. I'm not going to hold you back from that above table. If you're asking your crew, it's up to them. Yeah, if you're going to go ahead and stealth over there with some shadow, it is pretty bright out right now. I'll just take a D20. You do it as you slither on over there to the River's pirates as they huddle up. Come along. You see Kiryu a little uninterested in the conversation, a bit checked out. But Rivers is going over things with everybody. And Binky is also chiming in here and there as well. The gist of what they're talking about is setting up a competition of music. They want to do their a cappella routine with a nice myriad of the crew there
idiot.
who are in better shape physically. You know, this cold has been going around. They complain about the cold a little bit, not being able to hit those high notes as well. But Rivers is insistent because he leans in a little bit closer, whispers a little lower, but you can still hear him as he says, Binky's the secret weapon here. It's not about us being good, of course, fellas. We just have to be better than them.
All right.
And Binky will twirl his little metal stick around in the triangle. It gives off a really annoying jingle.
Leadbelly winces. He can hear it. He's like, ugh. I don't know why. I just felt something crawl up the back of my neck. So Kiryu. Actually, no. So this is my idea. A one-on-one battle. We choose our opponent. They choose their opponent. So they would pick one of us to fight. We'd pick one of them to fight. I'm gonna be real, and I like do a quick survey. I think we could take all of them. Any of us could take all of them. So, thoughts, Kiryu?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Oh, Ragnar.
Right
yes,
now,
there is
yes,
someone.
Abyss.
Yeah, definitely. Kief.
Kief is the drummer.
Kief is a master percussionist.
Yeah, master
Carries
percussion.
bongos around on his body.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are gonna propose. You're gonna propose like a fisticuffs fight off, just a straight up.
If the
duel.
crew's okay with it,
okay.
I want Kief and Ragnar, or Kief and Abyss and Kiryu's opinions on it.
Yeah, I'm down.
I think the better situation is crew versus crew fight of like the series of 1v1s. That way they don't have anyone that's able to compete in their next events.
I think, are there any rules about limitations on how many people could in a crew could play in a game? Above table.
So it'll be based on minimum. I believe we're just gonna leave it like, if you guys really want any of your NPCs here, I
Oh, you cut out.
was just gonna give your NPCs here. Oh, hello.
Yeah,
check.
Here you know.
Check. I was just gonna omit the NPCs. If you guys really want one of your NPCs, I'll let you have them.
I was purposely gonna pick Spinny from their crew because I know we could beat the shit out of him, any of us. I'm gonna be real.
Okay. Well, Spenny is still over there with. Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, we've all beat up Spinny at least once. Like,
yeah. In that case, then it'll just sort of be off minimum. So
Josh, what are you thinking, Ragnar? What are you guys thinking?
Oh, I wasn't sure if I would be there. Oh, but yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm down as long as I fight as Kiryu.
Oh, so should we do crew fights?
Oh, we're doing a fight?
Potentially.
Yeah.
We get
Well,
to choose the first game, and he gave us no confines of rules for the game choice.
Yeah.
Well, Abyss will say, can we do a fishing competition?
Yeah, this is cool too.
Yeah, I would say that actually does sound fun. You guys want to do a fishing competition?
Above table, I'm down for it. On table, he
Are we-
couldn't hold.
Hmm.
Like, he would get dragged underwater by the fish pulling on the line.
Yeah, but
Or we
do
could
we
do some
know
kind of card game.
You wouldn't have to necessarily play that game.
do a card game?
Remember, there's also about like player allocation with the Davy back as well.
That's what I was asking about. Is like if there's a limit to how many people can like could only 2 of us do 1v1? Like
yeah,
you know what
yes. Yes, there is the typical rules of limitations. I thought you meant on like crew head count. I see what you mean. That's my mistake. Yes, it is the normal limitations. So, if you do round 1, well, you've played your round. You're sitting out on the next one.
So I say we do 2 1v1s or 1 1v1, so we don't end up losing a bunch of crew members to the first game.
Yo, what'd be really interesting? We do hide and seek.
Ooh,
Hey, yo, me and Abyss are shoo-ins for
that's
that
what
game.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, and I'm the best seeker.
One's
Exactly.
8 centimeters tall, the other one is literally a shadow.
Oh, dude. Okay. Are you? Oh, you're talking here in today's little game, or is that like in the canon, Abyss?
So I'm gonna do it in canon, but it's gonna be up for another session.
Wow. Okay. Cool. I'll definitely make a note of that.
Yeah, I'm down for hide and seek. This actually sounds fun as fuck. But how are we gonna do it? Because if all 3 of you guys play, if Josh is our seeker, will I still be able to use like 2 people in the second round, or is it just gonna be me in the second round? Then we don't have a person for the third.
Or you
One
could
hider,
Yeah, so
one
you would
seeker?
have to. You could do that. You could we could simplify it and say 1 hider, 1 seeker from each team. They're both kind of those pairs are kind of acting independently of like each other's games, and it's just about which one gets found first that determines the winner. But yeah, it is going to potentially bar you. What I meant earlier, also in regards to my misunderstood question, is if like there are any of your NPC crewmates, I wasn't going to touch on them, but if you would like them to like help bolster your numbers, feel free.
Yeah, we should definitely get
Obviously,
the Tweedles.
sans Spenny.
Yeah, the Tweedles and should Squint
Mystical?
come? So yeah, Mystical, yes. No, he's not very good in combat.
Yeah, but he could be very good now.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll take them all except for Spinny. And barring the animals and Arthur, obviously he's not here. But
Cool. Good deal. As you guys are huddled up, you are joined by Elder Squint, Misty Cole, and the Tweedle brothers, who kind of, we'll say they've kind of been on the sidelines listening in, so they're fairly well caught up. What's the strat, Cap?
we're gonna play hide and seek. Seeker is gonna be Kiryu. Now, who's gonna be the hider? Abyss or
Oh,
Kief?
I'm sorry, I blanked down on it. Did you say that there was a limit on how many people we could have in the hiding competition?
Yes.
no, not necessarily. You guys are still kind of crafting your own rules. Everybody, they're still huddled up over there. You guys are still
We could
huddled
do
up.
2 hiders and 1 seeker, but if it's all 3 of you guys, that leaves only me as a playable character for the next 2 rounds. Above table.
I like the odds of having Abyss over Kief for the hide and seek, because above table, Abyss control the entire time and just hide in the seeker's shadow, and they'd never know.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good pairing.
For
Yeah,
Abyss being
yeah.
the hider and then Kiryu being the seeker.
Exactly, and he just hides in Kiryu's shadow the whole time.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
that'd
was
be
meaning
crazy.
the other team's seeker. He could literally just hide behind their back the entire time.
Yeah.
All right, yes. This is the strat. So I'll walk over to
Right on.
Captain Rivers and be like, we're ready. The first round will begin. Hide and seek. We will have 1 person from our crew hide. You will have 1 person of your crew hide. We will have 1 person of our crew seek. You will have 1 person of your crew seek. The goal is to find the other team's player.
There's like a look of inspiration that breaks across Captain River's face. He nods and he's like, I like it. I haven't played a game of hide and seek since I was a lad, but this sounds like a pirate style. Sounds like there'll be some good flair here. Let's see. He looks around at his crew. In that case, I will choose my hider, my beloved first mate, my trusted ear, and our loyal musician, Binky. And his short first mate steps up. He kind of waddles forward and he's like, leave it to me, boss. As for my seeker, I'm going to choose our newest addition. And Kiryu cuts in. I'm not staying on your crew. I just need passage. Rivers ignores him. Our beloved cook, Kiryu. Kiryu will kind of come forward toward you, Kiryu. He grins. He looks down over at Seed, still dogified beside him. He goes, well, I guess we'll have to compare who can track a little better. The guy with the magical eyes or the guy with the keen apex predator at his side?
I point at the dog and say, that's a separate crew member. He cannot participate in this game. That's my rules.
It's allowed. I want to say it's allowed. But also above table, this is going to be so interesting because this is not really a test of the seeking and hiding abilities anymore. It's going to be Abyss's hacks versus Kiryu's hacks because he has the ability to always be better than K2. And then Abyss is just going to be like completely hiding in this. I don't know. This is going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, first of all, Rivers will he'll address the cheating angle and he goes, no, you here has told us plenty of times that although Seed takes the form of a direwolf and has a name, it is technically his arm, part of him.
It's also an animal.
It is also an animal. That is true. Was it a devil fruit? I asked Kiryu.
Yes, the dog fruit, mythical model direwolf. My most treasured possession turned into my most treasured friend. And he never fails, trust me.
Okay. Do I have any pepper on me? No.
Also, it's the ancient model, the mature model.
I mean, you've got your ship here. I'll say Rivers will spread his arms and he goes, well, are we ready to begin your hide and seek challenge, Captain?
Sure. Let's do it.
Spenny, do the honors. And
Spenny.
Spenny goes over to Binky. He picks him up like a soccer ball, and he gets a running start.
I'm going to Hana fruit grab his ankle so he trips.
Oh wow, okay.
D20.
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Damn.
Oh wow, okay. I toss out another one there. The 14 is for his initial movement, which is still going to get interrupted there. Unfortunately, he is not able to save it too well, as he clearly is trying to punt Binky over across the town into the forest. As he does so, he gets way less of a punt and way more of a skim, and Binky starts crying out as he still takes off on some velocity, but tumbles into the forest on the ground instead of sailing in an arc through the air, and is lost in the underbrush.
I do the Luffy whistle face, like.
Spenny will look back over his shoulder, not quite fully prone, but he's like been toppled down, tangled up in those arms that you grew out and tripped him with. And he goes, "Captain, does that count as cheating? What was that?"
I don't know what that was. Kief, do you know what that was?
Looks like he can't stand on his own 2 feet.
That's what I think so. Also looks like he's a bitch.
We'll do a contest.
Oh, Cody!
Oh,
Yes.
what's good, Goat? Welcome in, welcome in.
What's up?
We were,
What's up?
we were worried about you, baby boy. We're like, where's our Cody? Cody. Our voices echoed out
My
into the
phone
void.
died. My phone died, so I didn't have
damn.
an alarm. Yeah.
You're good.
I'm very sorry. I didn't get home till like 1 a.m. after work last night. I normally get home at midnight, so I was kind of stressed.
No
That's on me
worries.
entirely. That's my
No, you're
bad.
good, brother.
I apologize immensely.
It is all good, brother. We were just here in like an alternate what if off the cuff session. With Cody's arrival, I mean, I can't promise that we'd get through the whole battle at this point today. I do have to take off at some point within the next hour and a half or so. But do we want to continue on this track with this Davy back ahead, or do we want to switch back to the canon?
Listen, I kind of want to beat Mr. Mantang's ass really bad, guys.
I got you. Well, we can maybe put a pin in this. This could be something, a nice fallback we can come to in moments where, things kind of go up in the air. That's as good a point as any to segue away from this what if situation.
Let's go.
Alrighty, all back here in the big top. If anybody needs any sort of more extended recap from last time, please feel free to ask. But we're picking back up off the cusp of Leadbelly's attack on the clump of Mr. Mantang's staff down there in the opposite corner. There were a few different exchanges, of course. There seemed to be 2 moves made from Leadbelly and Arthur both that somehow reverted, moved them back to their original starting point. And Mr. Mantang had a fury on his face. I went ahead and rolled those dex saves, so there were some fails, some passes, but Leadbelly, let me get that damage from you for that attack first.
Sheesh, yeah, baby. Let me get back to roll 20 and turn the chat on for chat here. Do you want me to just re-roll it?
Did you already roll the damage?
I don't remember. Let me scroll up.
Oh, you totally did. I looked at the next one because yeah, that's my bad. You got a 22 on that.
Okay, hell yeah. I ain't mad about it.
Mr. Henderson himself sailed through the air after Arthur's successful attacks last time, and he was in a human form. He didn't have those big, long legs, but halfway through the air, he grew again and sprouted those legs out, and his form took greater shape in the way that you guys are way more familiar with it. Mr. Mantang himself as well. As soon as you lay that big eruption down in that corner of the area, Mr. Mantang's clothes and tailcoat fluttered as he soared into the sky. This big top, spanning very high, has like a vaulted ceiling, essentially. Also over there are
I have a
plenty
question.
of guests, though. Yeah.
Did Henderson cross the floor when he grew his legs?
He leapt. And
Damn.
if anybody
Because the ground
wants to...
in that area, it was a 20-foot radius from where they were. Let me measure it out for you real fast. Is considered difficult terrain. So he might have landed on it.
He would have landed in that area. I will need... I'll need an active perception for this one. If you want to gleam anything as Mr. Henderson with all 8 legs lands once again.
Damn.
13. You are slightly distracted by the sight of Mr. Mantang trailing up in an arc, sailing into open air, avoiding that attack. But you look back at Mr. Henderson, who has kind of had your focus in terms of all of the Mantang staff in terms of, like, you know, the fear that he elicited in you. His feet are not touching the ground. They're hovering about 5 feet off the ground. In this section, there are plenty of guests as well, though. And some of them give out cries as they are engulfed by this attack.
No, I thought I did it just good enough to not hit him.
No, they were seated in, I mean, the whole tent is packed with guests at this point. And they were certainly, maybe not fully surrounded, but let's see. Let's just roll the dice to see.
I'm so nervous, y'all. Did I just massacre some families? Oh my God.
I'm going to reward that critical by re-rolling it. So instead, it'll be 12 plus 13. So that's, God, I'm so bad with quick math sometimes. It's
That's
just
45.
25, right? Yeah.
25.
It's 45? Well, no. The 20 is gone.
Oh.
No 20, because it rolled critical. So you killed 25 guests.
Oh my God.
But along with them, the Ticketmaster, who I don't think you guys had too many extended conversations or interactions with, he gives out a scream as he is engulfed as well. The 2 acrobat sisters both actually give out a cry, Barnum! As Alima is able to pass the deck save. She leaps at the critical moment, still taking half damage. That was 22. Yeah. So she's taking 11 damage as she sails through the air, kind of somersaulting. You do see that the soles of her slippers have like singed away. She's got some burns over there on her feet now as she grabs onto one of the support columns over here and starts lifting herself up with her upper body strength. Kima, her little sister, unfortunately did not pass the check.
Oh my goodness.
She is fully engulfed and will be making death saving throws now.
Oh man. We met her and stuff,
With that, y'all,
We had conversations with that woman. Leadbelly's gonna be
with
tore
that,
up after
I'm
this.
going to open it up for initiative. If everyone can add their initiatives in, I've still got a couple I'm going to add here as well.
Okay. Wonderful. There's something I don't know if we added to my sheet or not. I'm looking for it right.
Let's go.
Damn, that's such a low fuck.
But I get advantage on initiative rolls, so
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Is there a
Roll
way to
that
always
double.
turn my initiative onto advantage, or
I thought there was. I was actually trying it.
initiative is stuck? I got it. We did do it. Okay.
And then-
Sick. So
Okay,
if I
word.
roll this,
It's 2d20, keep highest one.
sick. All right, let's go. I still can't beat Dill. What the freak? Oh wait, no,
No,
barely.
you did.
Okay.
You did barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
But
Listen,
how is
I don't care if
two more
it's
than
barely.
18?
I did it, and then the anger is gone.
You guys remind me
Get that
of the shadow I was in again?
You're in my shadow at the moment.
You're in
Or
Leadbelly's.
Kief's. He's in Kief's shadow at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
You
can
were
travel between shadows, can't you?
You can
Or is
pretty
that not
easily. If
possible?
you want to start in another shadow, I'll open that up to you. It's not too much of a different thing between those two there on stage.
Oh no, I was just asking where, because I wanted to know where I was starting from.
Nice, yeah.
I answer your question, Cody. I can, but only if I mark the person. I can do it like instantly. Otherwise, I'd have to leave the shadow first and then try to hop into their shadow.
All right, sick. Man, I was driving home last night thinking about this, and I was like, man, Arthur's gonna unlock skywalking so that he can like be like Keanu Reeves from The Matrix from the third movie, just start flying around and hitting people with guns.
Yes.
Hell
I want
yeah.
that for you. Like, that's fucking amazing. That's what I was telling Mikey. I was like, Cody was super hype. And Mikey, of course, was like, nah, he probably just overslept. He was right, of course.
I was wrecked. I was wrecked afterward.
It happens. Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like
it
you had a
happens,
late
brother.
night.
They were like, hey, can you clear the lot? And I was like, yeah. And they asked me 10 minutes before the end of my shift because they said it was clean, and then it wasn't. It was not a clean lot. I work at a grocery store, so I had to push carts for like an extra hour, which,
Oof.
yeah, I'll take that money. But, no.
But no.
Ooh, Ragnar.
Ooh.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
cool.
Ragnar.
Who are you doing that to?
I'm doing that to Mr. Mantang and all of his gang. Do you not hear the words of the captain?
Interesting. Okay, here, everybody, I believe we're all rolled out here before we enter initiative proper. Yeah, you'll do that to Mr. Mantang, who is floating through the air high above the stage now, just sort of fluttering toward you. He holds his cane out wide.
Can he do this to all the creatures that
No,
sit
it's
under
all
Mr.
creatures
Mantang?
within 60 feet that I choose. It's all my foes within 60 feet. So
Oh
just
my
to be
god,
clear,
the only foe. The only
yeah.
no.
Is he still out of range?
You are getting 2 of the Lorenzo triplets. You are getting Henry the Horse, and you are getting Mr. Mantang in this range.
Why couldn't
I'm-
you hit Henderson?
If
You
I
got
get 5
this.
feet,
I believe in you, Cody.
If you just moved 5 feet, you could get all of the Lorenzo triplets. It wouldn't really add anybody else. You need to move a little bit more than that.
Because I was going to say my shadow could be on any side of Moon Kief.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's up to you.
But also, whenever Leadbelly and Arthur did their thing and they got reset to positions, we never really moved outside of that. But wouldn't we have, like, all of us had seen Leadbelly and Arthur just get their actions undone?
You all do see that. I'll take some active. Actually, no, I won't. Your passives would definitely all be enough to notice this. We'll flavor it as Abyss when you use your above all and channel that out, speaking directly toward Mr. Mantang in that moment. Go ahead and do your roll as well. That'll kind of influence how I flavor how he responds.
All right, so this is an intimidation, y'all.
Intimidation.
Nice.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
It's contested, though.
Yeah. But
yeah. He does not get that. He grits his teeth at you. And while there's, still some veritable anger there, you obviously succeed at cutting him through to his core. But he will still respond and say, "Sure, we can see you fine, but what about the rest of these lovely folks here?" He spreads his arms wide. He leans his cane out, almost like one of those pointer sticks that old teachers would have in like the 50s and stuff. He gestures around the whole big top, and all of your passives would be enough, even aside from the strange way that Leadbelly and Arthur were pulled back to their starting positions, that the guests of Mr. Mantang's are enjoying the show. They seem to be staring at the stage, staring at the center ring, clapping, some standing, some dancing, some singing, all of them laughing, having a joyous time, and seemingly not even noticing any carnage that could go on, including all of the other dead guests.
Me and Kief are probably going to share a look right now of, holy shit, we were right. Like,
I knew it.
he's
I'm gonna
controlling
go
them.
ahead and knock.
Man, I wish that let me reroll my fucking initiative. No. Oh.
I was going to bring it up earlier. I don't
Ooh.
think you've used your musician's inspiration from me. I
did.
can't remember.
I definitely
Okay.
did. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I used it on, but I think I used it on.
Oh, Mikey. I wasn't sure, but you're supposed
Yeah.
to subtract like -5 from their initiative.
Yeah,
And-
I did for Mr. Mantang already. Henry the Horse just failed his as well, and I'm going to do the Lorenzo triplets now. All right, they all failed that. They're all taking that deduction.
Is Henry the Horse an actual horse?
No, he's a zebra.
Oh,
I think what he was going for is he
I know.
human, is he
Yeah, yeah.
is he an animal?
All right. Are there any other like pre-proper initiative stuff you guys can deal out, or are we ready to jump into it now?
I am.
Would you count me shooting Mr. Mantang as an action, or Mr. Henderson? Like when I
If you
shot him,
mean-
that's an act. That's an
If you mean
action,
the
right?
attacks from last time, those connected, those did damage to him. That is that has already been factored in. But now I'm gonna call it on any cinematic action. We're gonna, unless the ability says pre-initiative, we're gonna just go off rolls.
Oh, I was gonna say like, I was gonna use the bonus action to get Zephyr Strike on myself.
Gotcha. At this point, I will say absolutely on your turn, but we're gonna roll into it.
You got this, Cody. We all got this.
So with everything changed up there, Mr. Henderson is going to be the one that goes first. He did take some solid shots from Arthur already, as we know.
Oh, he a coming.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Oh Lord, he a coming.
Yeah, Mr. Henderson, on all 8 of those big legs that he's grown out of himself, also growing his stature ever so slightly as his natural body is like suspended by these. Comes up toward you all there on the stage. Wow, still a little ways off in that case, actually. He is going to pull out a little, it's like a torch candle. Leadbelly, you have seen this before. And he blows in a solid line of, not that far, 15 feet. A wall of fire that just engulfs the little red rug pathway that lines the space in between the center platform and the stage. And this big wall of fire takes up right there in between you all and Mr. Henderson. It's not quite that long. Yeah, I'm going to make it that 15-foot line right there. Thank you for the art.
Okay.
I'm just going to delete that one. Those 4 are perfectly adequate to illustrate that. That is all that Mr. Henderson is able to do on that turn. Next up, Henry the Horse. As the band around you guys, Leadbelly and Kief and Abyss, starts to play, takes up a circus type beat, very heavy, sort of not even able to parse out where some of these instrumental sounds are coming from, so naturally tuned to the sound of music that you guys are. Seems like some of this is coming out of nowhere as Henry the Horse begins to leap and run along the side of the canvas walls.
Horses do that?
Whoa.
Dogs do that? I'll be right.
We were dogs leading horses.
Henry the Horse uses his action to dash. He leaps up onto the side of the wall and runs along as this circus music takes place on the stage around you guys. The musicians also seemingly unaware of this combat that's broken out, the same way as the guests. Well, should be his whole turn because he had to bonus action 2 leap, so that'll bring us over to Arthur.
Okay, so this stage, it's raised, but none of them are touching it, right? They're hovering 5 feet above it. Or
you're talking about the band stage or the center platform?
the center platform. Like, what is this? Is it raised or paint
Yeah.
field, Mikey?
Yeah, so you've got these red carpet paths on the ground. This center platform is raised about 5 feet off the ground. It's, just a typical circus ring. Where you guys are in the seats, you guys are kind of in a little VIP section. You're probably about 10 feet there off the ground. You're there pretty much in the front row. Right now, Mr. Mantang is floating high above the platform, just suspended in midair. Mr. Henderson, his feet are currently on the ground once again.
All right. Okay. One more thing for clarification. Just before I do this, if I want to use extra attack, can I cast a spell and then on my second attack I can make a weapon attack, or is it just 2 weapon attack?
If I'm not mistaken, I think in general it's 2 martial attacks or 2 ranged attacks. It's not really a combo of spell and gunfire. Let me just triple check on that though. Yeah, that'll be more with martial, more in the same category, not really a
That's
mix
fine.
and match like that.
That's fine. I always have next turn to do this then. But I'm gonna start this turn out like this. I'm gonna bonus strike, bonus action Zephyr Strike. That'll allow me to get the what's already in chat. You all see it. You all see Zephyr
Yeah.
Strike. It
Yeah, I got you.
I move as fast as the way I get an extra 30 feet of movement speed, and I can deal an extra 1d8. But what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna take that extra movement speed. I'm gonna move right up here to Mr. Henderson on the stage. And I see him on the stage at this as I go to bolt off from Squint. I was like, I told you, I called dibs, and I bam, at almost like Goku instant transmission. I freaking at the speed of light, just sprint there, the speed of wind guiding me as I come up to this man. I go, man, aren't you big and ugly and ugly and big and ugly and big and ugly, and you're so ugly and big and yeah, man. But you know what they say about big ugly guys? The bigger they are, the uglier they fall. And I'm gonna cast Shatter underneath him so that the platform that he's standing on, this raised platform, will have him fall through, and I'm hoping to trap him into this stage and deal damage, because it is a so I leave Squint's side, I go up to him, I make all these insults, I clap my hands together like Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, slammed him to the ground, and as my hands touch the ground, it does this huge freaking thunder and lightning damage or thunder damage to the stage and Mr. Henderson. And then I take the rest of my movement to get over here to safety.
All right,
my
he
save?
barely. Is that the right save? Yeah, this happened with Leadbelly too. Make sure that save is accurate.
Yeah, it's a con save. The spell
Oh,
save is 13,
I meant the number.
So
it is 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He unfortunately succeeded on this. He's still going to take half that damage if you'll roll that for me. He lets out a cry as he does, for sure. And the platform does, yeah, I mean, from a shatter, it absolutely breaks and clatters apart underneath. All the wood framing and trusses, I don't really know what, I'm no carpenter, but all of that woodwork clatters down. It's a cacophony, especially beside that roaring fire that's steadily spreading there on the carpet with flames dancing high. It's going to take half that 13, round it up. And as you at least deal a little bit of damage to him getting away from that impact zone, sort of running underneath Mr. Mantang, who Kiryu, or excuse me, Kief, did not forget your question. He's about 50 feet off the platform, so 55 feet off the ground.
Okay. And
But now it's like
I was
the
wondering,
main goal with that
yeah.
was to like immobilize Mr. Henderson too. Like that was the main goal, was
Yeah.
to, like get him stuck in the platform.
He takes a little damage, but he, unfortunately for y'all, is not. And you once again see him hovering. He lifts off, his feet take off from the platform that crumbles underneath him, and he's sort of just hovering 5 feet off the ground now.
All right, and then to end my turn, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, "Well, I mean, if you weren't a coward, you'd fight me yourself. But if you're too busy with my friends, I guess I can let them have you." Ha! Tua, 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 tua. And that's my turn.
All right, good first start from our party. Keith, we'll toss it to you.
All right. So with Abyss in my shadow, if I move, he moves too, unreliant on his own movement.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If Abyss is in the shadow, he is a travel buddy.
Okay. So I am. Oh, still have it online. Or beam line. And I am going to go this way with Abyss in tow. Okay. And as I'm running past all of my former bandmates of the big band, and it's going to be weird for them because they don't know what's going on. So they're just like, why is Keith popping up the drums? As he unstows his short sword and he says, guys, you gotta trust me. Y'all gotta get out of here. And Purple Jack, remember what I said.
So I will, you can absolutely do that. I will have to correct just one thing that might change what Keith does. Of course, that's cool that you assume that they notice you. What is your passive perception? I know it's
13.
pretty high, but oh, yours
It's
is a
not.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still gonna be enough here in this instance because it's unmistakable. Even your bandmates, these old big band members, they don't seem to be cognizant of you. They definitely don't see you run through them. They don't seem to respond to what you have to say. Yeah, very, very peculiar just on the surface.
All right. That actually does change. So as like I'm starting to get off the drums and like run past them and I say that and I notice that they're not responding, I'll kind of like stop right in the middle of them and turn to Leadbelly and tell him it's everyone. And I
What?
still draw the short sword. And I love the fact that you can make melees non-lethal, because I'm about to try and snap all of them out of this confusion. And I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna send this to you at 2GM, Mikey. It's the first one. And I'm gonna try and hit all of them with the pommel of the short sword, non-lethally, just to try and snap them out of this confusion state that they're in.
Oh. And what is your proficiency bonus right now?
3 as of currently.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, I got you now. I see. Yeah, run that for run that for hits.
Oh, that's actually perfect too. Because I can make it all the way back down to Beetle Brown too. So we are going to roll these and yeah, that's how many attacks it
wow,
should have
whoa.
been. So
Wow. Okay, so walk me through this a little. Which attack is going to who?
all right,
We'll start at
so
19.
The way I'm seeing it is I ran up here, realized that it was all of them, and then I was just going to start making my way back through all of them. So
Oh, cool.
kind of
In
like
that
lightning
case,
bolting myself straight down through the row.
will you keep that little line there for a moment?
Yeah,
Just so I
I
don't
mean,
accidentally get
kinda
lost. Well, you got the
over
19 starting
surrender.
out. The 19 starting out up there with one of the starlets. Yeah, that'll connect. The 11 on June Red will not connect. 23 on Corky Blue. Yes, sir. That connects. The 17 on Purple Jack meets and beats. The 23 and 10 on the next two starlets. Yeah, that'll connect with them. And last but not
The
least,
23 would be Beetle Brown. The 10 would have been one of
20
the other starlets.
Gotcha. The 23 also connects with Beetle Brown. The only one it doesn't is with June Red.
Okay. So I'm going to go through non-lethally, as I iterated before, but just rolling all these. Pretty average damage rolls, not gonna lie. Yeah, and then
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, is the flavor for the end of it.
Okay, off those, the 3 starlets are definitely going to go down. Corky Blue is, despite his current playing in this circus-themed menagerie song of sorts, he stumbles a moment as you clock him wherever on the head. I think you said with the pommel of your dagger or sword. He takes a moment's pause, but he's still up and running. Kind of the same with Purple Jack. They take those blows, take a moment to seem awfully confused by it. Beetle Brown, pretty much the same thing there. You're hitting him on the back of the head. Are you like hitting them all on the back of the head, or maybe that's where your flavor comes in?
So I was just gonna do it of like a spot where they normally wouldn't get hit during a performance. So like if something came flying off the drums, like they would expect it on their left side, so I'd be hitting them on the right, or if they're on the left side of me, on the left instead of the right.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, you hit your two stand-up instrument band members, like each on a different side of the head. And then Beetle Brown gets a nice like clock sort of to the crown of the skull. He knocks his nose into the front of his music stand on the piano.
And the flavor I was gonna add at the end is that as I finish going through all that, he kind of lands on the piano and just turns to see if they're snapping out of it or not, which, as you iterated, they haven't. So
Yeah, they all everybody that you hit, they do take that damage. They do seem to acknowledge that something just hit them. Maybe they take a little look around to see if something fell, one of the stage lights or something. But when they don't really notice anything, they just resume their playing. Roll me. Is it well? Actually, first of all, is there anything else you're planning on rolling on this turn?
I don't think so. I think that is all I got for
Okay.
this, because I already used my interaction to draw the sword and to kind of talk with them and Leadbelly.
Gotcha. In that case, toss me out an active perception immediately following this sequence of attacks.
Gotcha. Ooh.
Okay, so not quite there. So we're going to move on to the next, who is Alima. Alima did get hit by that very first eruption that Leadbelly started things off on. Her feet are a little singed, but she is still climbing up there. She's going to use her dash action to be able to get as high as she can on this support beam, which is about 60 feet off the ground, where she then kicks off using her bonus action acrobatics talent to grab onto one of those like swings, the pendulum swings that trapeze artists will sometimes spring off of. She's able to get a massive movement advantage there as she makes the arc. It's not a fully complete arc, but it's still able to launch her 30 extra feet. Will be her full turn for now. We're going to bring it down to her sister, making some death saves over here. Where'd you go?
The hell?
13.2. Yes, it was. I hit that thing so much. I'm sorry about that. She was 20, so never mind. I didn't roll that death save yet. We are on Abyss's turn.
All right. I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to do the same. All right. So
No, I'm glad you called that out. I hit that descending button. It felt like 1,000 times, but I don't know. I must have missed you. Sorry about that.
that's all good. All right. I don't really know how bad the situation is, but that big guy in the mask looks creepy, so I kind of want to attack it. I think it's a mask. I would hope that's not his face.
That is his face. That is not a mask. His features, yes, his features are distorted. You can tell pretty actively that's not a mask. He really is smiling like that. His eyes have gone dark and beady. He looks pretty severely messed up, to put it lightly.
And ugly and big and ugly and big.
Did you say his name was Mr. Man King?
His name is Mr. Henderson. Mr. Mantang is the fellow pretty much in the very center of the map, floating pretty high in the air at the moment.
Floating. I'm gonna
Yeah,
activate.
Mr. Mantang has been floating this whole time. Actually, Mr. Henderson is also floating, but he's only like 10 feet off the ground, 5 feet off the platform. Whoa.
I take. I take half of this to myself. You see the shadow splatter from Mookie's shadow, like some blood fly out. Like, and then you see I ascend.
Sorry, you see what?
You see Abyss ascend in chibi form, and then wait, no, actually, I'm not gonna make Abyss appear from chibi form. I should hide that. Abyss appears and is just grown. Can you change my token? Is that even thing?
You should be able to. Sometimes it gets a little weird with the grids. Like you're only going to be able to do it up to like a size of the grids.
Okay. I was gonna say I was gonna talk about the actual token itself, the grown version. But it's fine. Just imagine that I went back to my usual form. And as I'm gonna use my movement to move here. And then as an action, I'm going to attack this guy with my combat umbrella. Which would most likely miss. Oh, it actually hit. That's crazy.
That does
But
hit
it
him,
also
yeah.
does this. You see a light shine from my umbrella. Doing 6 radiant damage.
Let's go with this.
Very nice. That certainly stacked up. Sorry, come again on that last part?
No, I was answering what Bill told me to do. I told me that try to work.
I'm not sure if that was just me. It came in like crackly. So sorry. One more time.
No, I was replying to Dylan in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Nice. Definitely did some stack up damage there against Mr. Henderson, who it's not like a full smile. It's obviously like it looks like the mouth of Sauron for any Lord of the Rings heads out there.
Nice.
The smile Mr. Henderson has. But as you launch these attacks at him, still floating about 5 feet off the ground, he will sort of like bend the knees of his weird like 8 legs until he can stoop down and look you a little closer in the face, and he roars in response to these attacks. Doesn't do anything to you besides you get a nice whiff of that nasty breath he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's like this guy definitely hasn't flossed in like decades at least.
Decades
Is that-
even.
I was about to say the same thing, buddy.
Is that it for Abyss's turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Word. I'm gonna swing over here to Kima now on the true death save. Let's see what she's got. Whoa! The dice, I guess, want... did that go... Wait. Okay, yeah, that was.
You took one of my attacks.
Dice
She can
want...
join my crew.
Yeah, she's there. Maybe you guys could notice from afar. She's sort of just stuck in this like erupted ground, surrounded by dead bodies, including the ticket master. But yeah, she clings on to life this turn. Leadbelly, your turn proper.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, Kima has gear 5th, by the way.
Belly puts up his arms, right? And starts pumping his feet real hard. And then I'm gonna cast Flower, let's get physical. It's Zephyr Strike. And I nod at Arthur in a way of like, I learned this from you. Hell yeah. Exactly what I need. Let me measure this out real quick. I'm gonna pass through here, whisper to his bis, take their skulls, and go here, and then...
Are you heading right through those flames? Or are you zipping around them? That will affect. This is like a big wall of
jumping
flame.
over them. I'll take that damage.
Okay. Toss, would you rather take damage?
What was that? Sorry.
You could take the flat damage if you just want to charge through the flames, or you can roll me an acrobatics if you want to leap over them.
Oh yeah, I'll try to leap. I think I'm acrobatic.
All right.
And then he fucking falls in and gets caught in the wall of fire.
Right in the flames.
A 13?
Only on
your
that
whole
one.
next action in there. Oh my god, no.
A 13 is not gonna pass fully. You at least it wasn't like a crit fail, and you're not like going through the flames, but they're still going to lick you for 1d10 damage. The heat is just immense, and the fire is spreading. It's also a really tall wall, sort of unnaturally tall.
Ooh, my leg hairs!
Yeah, there you go. It singed some leg hairs for you.
I didn't know if you would be. I'm sorry, I just
Right
rolled
on.
D in damage. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it. You said 1d10 and my mind went, roll it!
It's all good. It's all the same dice at the end of the day. I don't mind it every now and again.
I'm so sorry, really. So
No,
I'm
don't
be
be
here.
sorry.
You
It's
did it so
all
you would
good, I
critically
promise.
fail on that. You
Yeah, I
did
did
it
it
so
on
you would
purpose.
only take 1 damage.
Yeah.
How dare you weight these digital dice,
Yeah,
Lucas?
I'm
God.
gonna look at Mr. Mantang up in the air. I'm gonna be like, let's bring you down to my level, bud. And I'm gonna use 2 flower points. My Hana charges. I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out the air. Oh, I was on it. Yeah. See this one?
Whoa. Okay, cool. Where are you growing that arm from?
Oh, right underneath him. Like, so I'm coming up and slamming my hand down on it, and it'll create a little bit of a shockwave. And I believe it'll just barely hit Henderson and this chick. Yeah, just barely. So I'm like coming up behind him kind of and like pushing him down to the ground.
Gotcha. Okay. So Alima is very high in the air. I'm going to say that she is totally exempt from this,
Okay.
to be honest. Mr. Henderson is also floating slightly above the ground, remember. He's a lot closer, though. So I'm going to run it, but I'm going to give him advantage on this one, since he is like hovering 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, fair. Very fair.
And this was Dex. It's a fail for Mr. Mantang.
Oh, he's prone too, y'all.
That is a success for Mr. Henderson, though.
This is Squint's chance to come in and fuck shit up.
This-
Let me check to see if I have anything else, but I believe that's all of it. That is all of it. Yeah, that's my turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, I picture this big Leadbelly arm just sort of like catching Mr. Mantang like a fly. He wasn't, I don't want to say he was like taking, off-turn movement, but he was sort of, we'll flavor it, steadily rising, and all of a sudden he looks over his shoulder as your palm comes and just sort of flattens him. We'll say he gets, it was only 10 damage, so he kind of gets caught under a finger. It's not like a full squish, but good enough to get him down to the ground here. The impact even kind of slaps Mr. Henderson for a little residual damage as well.
Let's go.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, did that, wait a minute. I think you add a 1d8, no? Yeah, from your, are you using your Zephyr Strike?
Yes,
buttons?
I am. You're right. Let me add
Okay.
1d8. I forgot. A 5. So 15 damage. Mr.
There
Mantang.
we go. Yeah, nice 15 for Mr. Mantang.
Before I finish my turn, I'll use my full interaction to widen my arms and pull out Irene and be like, "Now approach me!"
He's gonna cough up a little blood here on the ground, but he grins through it and looks up at you from under the brim of his top hat that has somehow stayed upon his head. And he just says, "We could have been great together, Leadbelly. 2 commanders over the People's Army." Will bring us over to the Mystic's turn. Anybody who has been keeping tabs of him, I'll say, our higher passive individuals might have noticed that he really has just remained over there with the Marines. He was kind of in this other VIP-looking section with Captain Crookshanks and all those Marines. The circus music continues. Na 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 na. It starts to turn devilish a little bit. There is this weird minor notation deep within the music all of a sudden as the calliope goes round and round and round. For the Mystic's turn, you see him just sort of chuckling with Captain Crookshanks, perhaps. Anybody? I won't really require any rolls off this. He sits there. Nobody can really hear what he's saying from this distance with the cheers of the crowd. But you might notice he's nodding along to what Captain Crookshanks has to say. And then he takes a finger pistol and puts it up to his own temple, and with a grin, he, kind of does the little thumb hammer action thing, and he nods, and he is saying something to them. And within seconds, all of the Marines together pull out their service pistols. They place them to their own temples, including Captain Crookshanks, and all collectively pull the trigger pretty much at the same time.
Who did
Bring us
that?
over here. Who knows? The Mystic did a little finger gun, and all the Marines pulled out their own pistols and shot themselves to death in the head. Every Marine in that section kills themselves. Dead.
Oh my god.
Next up, we got the triplets who are going to
Wait. How
act
far am I
together.
from these Marines?
Let's see.
Oh,
It is, yeah, 80. Oh, well, actually, that's kind of weird. The closest is 70, technically, actually.
sure. Yeah, I ain't got nothing for that. If I move during my turn, then
Gotcha. Anybody else have any reaction type thing they want to do to try to combat that?
My reaction, gasp in astonishment.
Good
About all I can do.
heavens!
All right. Sorry, I had to take my headphones off for a second. Nobody had anything they could run?
Did you say that they were mouthing something to each other?
Well, they were like talking, but none of you could really hear over the sound of the music, the crowd cheering.
I don't
You know,
need
there's
to
still
hear.
some
If I can just
distance.
see their mouth while it's speaking, I can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips. So I just need to be able to
Oh,
see them
yeah.
talk. So
Okay, that's so cool. Yeah, Arthur, you take stock of that moment, and when the mystic does his little finger gun thing, you can tell he very clearly tells Captain Crookshanks, "You and your men should just kill yourselves."
damn, it's the first time I've ever seen gamer lingo ever take a laugh. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
He wouldn't survive a 2012 COD lobby. Do it.
I mean, you'll also notice that, and this isn't just based off that observance. Some of the others, I'll say, would also probably notice this too from this distance. The Marines don't seem like perturbed to follow this directive. They just sort of do it as if it's as natural as like taking a sip of water. All right. That'll bring us to the Lorenzo triplets. They're going to act on the same turn, but they are each an individual. So let me see. They can all use their full movement to kind of get around you like this, Arthur.
Okay, let him.
And they're just going to, you remember they kind of spoke in this like garbled natural language to themselves. They each sort of clearly say something to one another, but you could never hope to make out it. And then they look at you, they clasp hands a moment as they sort of get on three sides of you and go, "Waka!" And they each will take a hit. Not sure if any of
The
those
15
connect.
and 19 hit. The
15 and 19 do? Okay. We'll say that middle one there, that one is Tid, the more blue looking one. Ned and Spud are able to connect punches on either side of you. They send it up like into like a little kidney punch.
Ow.
Yeah,
Ow.
take 2 damage.
Man, 1 damage each. Wow. Bro. Shouldn't you look for your mother? Oh, wait. Don't I have to roll a concentration for my Zephyr?
You've kind of used. Wait, let me double check that.
It lasts up to a minute. And it, but we're in combat, so I don't know how you do combat time or not. It's like each round is 6 seconds, so.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that concentration.
I think that's it.
What is the...
I don't know how concentration saving. Concentration check 5e. Make a Constitution saving throw when you are concentrating on a spell. You must take a saving throw to maintain your concentration. DC equals 10 or half of the damage you take, whichever number is higher. So it's lower than 10. So I lose.
Oh, really? I'd always heard... Okay. I like that a lot better.
It's either 10 or the half the damage you take. So whichever is higher.
Word.
And I didn't make 10, so I lose Zephyr.
All right. Taking 2 kidney punches, kind of, I guess, perhaps stunned for a moment in combination with the Marines dying. Unfortunately, yeah, that Zephyr Strike gets taken out as we swing over to Mr. Mantang. Leadbelly, how long does it even say? Does the hand go away at like the end of the turn or at the end of the attack? It doesn't really say.
I'm not sure. Really, you're ruling, my man. I always pictured I slam it down and then it just kind of disappears, but
I think that's how we've done it. We'll leave it at that for the standard. Yeah, the hand is gone. Mr. Mantang, he's kind of struggling up a little bit, not fully using his movement, but just propping himself up. He punches a fist into the center of the platform there, and he goes, "You just don't get what we're doing here. I tried to connect with you. I tried to show that your friends were my friends too. But you couldn't be bothered. You couldn't be bothered. You even killed my head of security, and I let that slide. And for what, Leadbelly? For you to forgive your masters?"
oh, come off it. You're taking people's wills. That's worse than what the Celestial Dragons do. At least they still have hope on Marijois.
Ooh. He starts weeping, and he goes, "Well, you were lucky you were in Marijois. I had no hope. So many of my brethren had no hope. Where was hope then?" And
Pause.
Leadbelly,
Pause. That is such a wild sentence you just uttered. You were lucky to be a Marijois, to a slave.
hey, I didn't say it. That was Mr. Mantang, dude. He's
I didn't say it. The words just came out my mouth in my brain. It made Mr. Mantang say that.
From Mr. Mantang's perspective, he's saying that his situation was worse than ours on Marijois.
Listen,
Yeah,
I don't want to get too political here. But
I know. But there's 3 people here that can attest to Mr. Mantang not telling the truth, and it's 3 people that are all now a part of the Soccer Pirates.
Right.
Oh my god. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
all good.
We can't gloss this.
Hey, it's a valid point. It's a valid point as he says this. Leadbelly, I'll need... I guess we do just like a straight intelligence, not a save, and not like any skills specifically, just a straight intelligence.
1 second. My Roll20 is being a little buggy. Because it's chopping me up.
Oh man.
Oof.
Interesting. Off a 10, it will meet and beat. You see from where Mr. Mantang is still prone on the ground, just sort of sitting there in rage and in pain. There's like this little cone that beams from the back of his skull. And atop the ceiling of this big top, you see an image, a moving picture of a little boy who looks rather a lot like Mr. Mantang if he were younger and wasn't all done up in his circus pageantry. He's clearly at sea on a ship somewhere. And you see him in tattered rags, brown, looks like old repurposed potato sacks, if anything. And across his back, the cloth is parted, showing fresh, old, and scarred whip marks and cuts and blood streaming down his back as he just hugs his knees to his chest. He's crying here in front of you as an adult on the ground, but there in the vision, his eyes are simply full of hate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can I, like, respond to this?
Yeah.
I remove my shirt and show him my back, which beneath my tattoos is covered in fucking whip scars. And I, like, you're not gonna get the sympathy you think you're gonna get from me.
But if you know how it is, then you know it needs to come down.
Of course it does, but this isn't the way. You don't take control over other people! And then I unleash Conquerors.
I Conquerors explode his mind.
Yeah, fucking Conquerors explode. I stamp my foot down as hard as I can.
We'll end his turn there between this this interaction between these two, sharing their wounds, and move to Elder Squint, who maybe you guys have taken stock of him over this time, maybe not. But he is hopping from one foot to the other, still stuffing popcorn in his face, cheering, like, Mr. Mantang's rules! Yahoo! He's having a great time, guys. And that brings us
I knew this guy was
full
a
around.
fucking traitor.
Full around to the top of the initiative order. Unfortunately, I am coming. I want to give some focus to Kiryu. I'm gonna put a pin in our battle here for the moment, and we're gonna end off with a little bit of Kiryu. I do have to run just really quick to the restroom. I'll be back in like 60 seconds max.
Yeah, where is that guy?
Like and subscribe.
He's trying to find his sister right now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna kill him outright just yet. I might leave him alive a little bit just to figure out what's going on with him, figure out why he stole people's wills. I'm gonna break his fucking dreams. I'm gonna break his will.
That's what I was gonna say. Is you're gonna be on your Luffy type timing with Mantang. It's not a matter of killing him to stop him from doing what he's doing. It's a matter of making him see that what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah, I am gonna kill Mr. We're gonna kill Mr. Henderson.
Oh,
In
yeah.
D&D, YouTube, please. Like, just because, like, Arthur hates him, I hate him. Ragnar's fighting him actively. Like,
Yeah. I'm sure, like, I haven't asked you about this above table, but I'm sure that during our time on Marie Joie, would Leadbelly have told Kief about the scene that he saw as a child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kief would know everything about Leadbelly's backstory. So if you have any
That's
questions,
what I was thinking.
yeah, the
I
only
just-
thing you don't know about is my time on Torino.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
that's obvious because
Yeah, we split up. Yeah,
that's what.
yep. Actually, I cooked on something. I'm gonna send you a message once Mikey gets back.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Mm-mm-mm. Yo, I bought a cream pie, a banana cream pie.
Hey,
Don't worry,
yo.
not an actual like. Not what you think. Wait. I ain't gonna lie, that shit slaps though.
Hey, yeah.
It's so
Cream pie
good.
who?
My wife. Like and subscribe, folks. She's gonna come in here to roundhouse
alright.
kick me in the face. I can just feel it. Honey, no.
Sorry about that, y'all. We all here and ready to chug ahead.
I
Yeah,
am.
that is good.
Kiryu action.
Let's go.
Alrighty. And bring us up over here. Last time we left off with Kiryu, he was taking a halfway captive Sean along with him. They were following the Viver card linked to Noko, who, in a twist for Kiryu, found out she was here at the circus coming in at some point in the last little bit since her Viver card has changed course. And now it seems to be leading them toward the what they discovered was the unused Henderson family arena. They had, mostly Kiryu admittedly, had been trying to work their way in through a groove in one of the areas where the walls were joined when the arena is set up and taken down from location to location, but he hadn't been able to really part that gap enough to be able to slip inside. And I believe, refresh me on what your ideas were for how to get through this from last time. You had something cooking up and we didn't have time to get back to it to see how that panned out.
Yeah, I'm gonna change a little bit how I was thinking last time. Yeah, I'm still gonna use my gun, but instead of taking it apart, I'm gonna try to use the mechanism that packs and unpacks it, like basically changing the forms. To try to use it as the lever. Or
Cool.
something.
Yeah, give that a shot. Let me see what I'll take for that.
It could be just tinkering, though.
I guess that's, yeah, just run a, yeah, go for it.
Oh shit.
Okay, as you give that a shot, I mean, this stuff is joined together really well. Put aside the fact that it's heavy for a moment. A 10, unfortunately, is just not going to cut it as you try to get that sort of propulsion power behind it. It lets off a massive crashing sound as it sort of parts the gap, but just enough for it to come crashing back against each other. The hinges scream out a little bit in strain as well. And Sean just sort of bucks. He looks around and he says, "Oh, God damn it. That'll bring him down on us in no time. What the hell was that?"
Yeah, seems like it's not gonna be enough. How big is the gap right now?
It's like less than an inch. Like this, even Abyss couldn't fit through it. It's just enough of a seam for you to see and like barely get the tip of your blade inside of it if you like wiggle it around.
Yeah, that changes things a little bit. Hmm.
We'll say as time wears on from that last attempt, I know you're brainstorming away, but you will, at your 18 passive, be able to hear voices and footsteps approaching from around the curve. Of course, you might remember that this arena is guarded by a ton of clown forces. You know, you had found a portion kind of in the back where there wasn't a lot of thoroughfare that didn't have a guarded section. But you, as after that crash, you do hear people coming.
Yeah, how high is the highest point I can climb to? Like the window or something? Or you said the chains last session?
Oh, I mean, the walls of this arena are really high. They're like about 85 feet high. You're like kind of in the shade of them, built up tall. They've got those hinges. One is set, we'll call it about 30 feet off the ground. The other is about 30 feet from the top. So they're sort of there in those two sections, thirding off the seam.
And how big is the distance between the arena and the outside wall?
The outside wall is only about like 60, 65. It's a good like 20-ish shorter than the arena wall.
No, I'm saying the distance between those two. The gap.
Oh,
where it-
that where you guys are at is like, it's pretty short. We'll call it about 20 feet between the two walls. You're not on a thoroughfare section at all.
So are there more like narrow sections?
You're sort of like at the beginning of the narrowest section, but you could pretty easily tell that it narrows out even a little bit more up ahead.
Then I'm gonna go to the narrowest section and take Sean with me. Hey,
Wait. They're going to see us. What are you doing? They're going to see us running and know it was us.
and
He starts like rambling
They're gonna
on
climb
about
the
how
wall.
to... We ain't going to climb that wall. He amps up a little bit. He's trying to whisper, but he's like, you are mad and daft. What kind of powers do you think you have that we're just going to break into this place from some sheer-faced wall?
like, could we? Is the distance big enough so we can back to back climb the wall?
No,
Yeah,
it
sure.
doesn't narrow out that much. And I will go ahead and say, I do appreciate the brainstorming, but you see those clowns around the corner. It's a group of about 4 of them. And they come around, they seem to make like direct eye contact with you. You hear them talking. Who's that? I don't know. What could that have even come from? It sounded like some sort of shipwreck, but I don't know. Why did it come from inside here in this little alley? You quickly realize they don't even see you there. They kind of walk right past you.
Interesting.
Give me an active perception. You take notice that Sean is silenced. He hasn't gone quiet. He seems to be wanting to talk, but his eyes are wide, and you kind of see his jaw muscles moving, but his mouth isn't able to open or speak at the moment. He makes little muffled
I see. Is this your ability?
He shakes his head in total fear.
Why did you say that from the beginning? We just walk out from the front door.
Wait, say what?
We could just walk from the front door.
I don't know if that idea would have worked out.
Why?
Why? You hear a strange, unfamiliar voice say that from out of nowhere, and you just say, why? I'll take it. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
All right. As you see that little group of clowns, they head down this alley, sort of inspecting both sides of the walls. They get a good bit away. Haven't quite rounded the corner yet, though, when you see a form. Looks like some sort of small figure with their legs and arms wrapped all around Sean's head. The little figure's arms are firmly wrapped like under his chin, just like clamping his mouth shut. And on Sean's shoulders,
Hmm.
this little man appears, very old, very wrinkled. He's got a little funny smile on his face as he makes eye contact with you. He goes, "That was my power. I thought I might help you out a little bit. Seem to be quite outnumbered here."
Oh, nice one. And who are you, old man?
"Oh, me. I'm just a concerned bystander. An old fan of the Henderson family circus." He sort of clambers down from Sean at this point. He's climbing down him like a ladder. He's about half the height of Sean. He's all arms and legs and big bulbous head. As he comes down to the ground, dusts himself off, and pats Sean on the back. My name is Kruin. Now, why is it that you want to get inside this arena, friend?"
Because there are people captive there.
"Oh, and you know this for sure." Ho, ho, ho.
Yep. So
Well,
can you get us in?
I can certainly try. As long as you follow my lead, I can get you inside the prison. Go ahead and put your blade back there in the seam for me.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Hold it steady for me. I'm not as graceful as I was in my youth.
All right. Do I do a dex
Yeah.
roll or something?
No, you don't have to roll anything. You get that in place for him if you so are inclined.
Yep.
And he puts his index finger on the tip of your gun sword. And you feel this immense energy radiate off this old, shriveled up man who seems to have no real power at all. Suddenly, every ounce of power he might have had or could have ever had seems to stream from that finger. And as if effortlessly, he pushes on the edge of the gun sword and creates a nice 2-foot gap in that wall. The hinges do scream as they are put under the pressure. They bend out of place. They don't fully break off because they're massive steel hinges, well fortified. But he creates a gap. "After you both, I can't hold this very long."
Thank you.
"What the hell?" Sean scurries in first. He does not.
We ask questions later. Let's go.
You head inside after him. You're in
Yeah.
the like under barracks, kind of looks like the bleachers at a typical American high school, almost. Big cross beams holding up all the seating above that is open facing the main arena. In here it's dank and dark and quiet and pretty musty. There is pretty clearly nobody inside, at least nowhere in this vicinity, Kiryu, as you take stock of your surroundings. And behind you, this little old man calling himself Kruin carries your gun sword, kind of bridal style, in both arms. And he goes, "Here you go, lad." And without even a grunt, he just kind of heaves the gun sword up toward you.
Yeah, thank you again for your help.
Oh, that was nothing. Now the real work begins. Let me pose a question. How do you get into a vault with no door and no walls?
You make your own door.
Impossible, I'm afraid. Unless you possess the greater powers. And with that, going to have to bring us to our to be continued screen for the day.
Fuck! Oh my god!
I would love to carry this on a little longer. I do got to get running, unfortunately, on a little tighter time crunch tonight. But we've got a lot of great stuff to get back to next time. Been a long time coming now, but it looks like we will officially be concluding the Mr. Mantane arc here very soon, just by the looks of things. Let's hope it goes in our hero's favor. Guys, great time today. Thank you for your time and your energy as always. Keep track of what you're wanting to do next time. I think we'll open back up in the big top with the fight with the bulk of our party. So yeah, thank you, chat, for joining us, and until next time. It's all from me.
Got any promo today?
Yeah, make sure y'all catch my Twitch today for the coolest arc in Kagurabachi's finish up in mine and Vex's read through today at twitch.tv/SSJCody. We're going to be reading Kagurabachi in like 20 minutes. So pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
It's either 20 minutes or an hour and 20. And I haven't gotten a confirmation yet, but going to be fun times coming up, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, enough time has passed. Go watch Cody and Vex read some Kagurabachi. But yes, that has been it for me as well. Thank you guys all for playing today. Oh, what's up, Dill?
Did anyone else have anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you turn the bell on Straw Hat Lucas's channel to know the next time we go live with some D&D.
Yeah,
Yes.
catch us
Maybe
live.
some
Yes, always need more
maybe some
live
fun
viewers. Mm.
Yeah. I should have been awake. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, brother.
That's
We had
not
a
you.
No
I'm talking about
worries
the-
at all,
I'm
boss.
talking about the
If I
people
had
that are
that
running
bell
catch-up
clicked, I
on
would
all
have
the
been awake and
campaigns.
ready.
All right, with that, we are going to say goodbye today.
Peace.
If you joined us live this time, thank you very much. And if not, and you're catching this in the VOD, like a lot of you guys do, come catch us live sometime. All right? Come on now. All right, we will see you all later. Bye.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.